Okay. So chapter 4 of unit 5, talking about chores. So this is going to build on what we did with activities, with errands, and stuff like that before. Except in this point, we're going to tie in to something even further back, where who do you live with? And whose responsibilities are what? So here's a quick outline. Same question. You live with who? Tell. You two or you three, whatever. Duty. We looked at this before, where it's a D on where the wrist is, like D time. Or I prefer responsibility. What's on your shoulders? Or house jobs. What? Right? If you can't think of what the sign for chore is or duty, or work, clean, what? Okay. And then ideally, we would go around and everybody would say, in little groups of like 2 or 3 people, 3 or 4 people, talk about what your responsibilities are around the house. Or you could talk about me growing up, my responsibilities, what? So responsibility. If a little later we're going to get to if you mind doing something or like doing something, I enjoy it, I like it, or don't mind. Don't mind. I think we did this in a, oh, do you mind doing something? Don't mind. So it's just that you point to your nose and then brush it off. If you hate something, don't like something, or refuse. Refuse, won't do it. Not, never. Right? So dusting the shelf, you want to show the shelves, and then generally if it's, you could clean, maybe if you've got a feather duster, floor, and it's you can't see it, but you want to like be looking at the floor as you do it. Floor, vacuum, sweep, shovel. Do the activity that you would do. So vacuum, right? Because it's nice and so you don't go to vacuum, right? You can sweep or rake. You'll see this for rake as well. Here's your rake. Sweep. Take care of children. It's 2 Ks or 2 Ps, and you just put them over like the old sign for work. Take care of. Babysit. Wash. Generally speaking, anytime we're using water, our hands are like this. Wash dishes, wash clothes, or wash clothes, the laundry machine, the agitator. Trash. 2 different signs. There's trash and there's trash. This is actually a sign for garbage. But ironically, we think that there's somewhere in the history of the sign, it was actually the sign for cabbage. It is the sign for cabbage. But we think that someone mislip read and thought someone said, what's the sign for cabbage? And they did this, when actually they're saying, what's the sign for garbage? And they did this as opposed to this. So who knows? It's apocryphal, so we're just guessing. Now, feed the cat. How would you sign feed the cat? Feed the cat. Now think about what just signed. To eat the cat. You don't want to eat your cat. I hope not. So feed is a sign that you food I give to the cat, right? So give to the cat, or food I give to the cat, right? So just be really careful that you're signing that correctly. When we talk about bills, due and owe, I owe this. I have a debt. Plant. So here's the plant coming up. It's also a sign for spring. Plant, and then water, pour in. So notice I've set up the plant here. So I'm using that reference point. Make coffee. Remember, make out, make coffee. Big difference. Both are hot. I'm so not funny. Fold clothes. So the first thing you would want to do is close fold, and put away. And however you put them in a box or suitcase or something like that. So close, fold. Take dog for a walk. Out for a walk. Dog, out, walk. Fix has two different ways. There's fix, where you take and you get in there with the tools and fix something, or fingerspell. Fix, 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 fix. And you know what? I'm going to add this on here right here. So dash hashtag FIX. So fish. Fish, 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 fish. Hi, fish, fix. Fix, fix, fix. This tends to be in groups of 3 when you're finger spelling it. Fix, fix, fix. Check the house. If you're like checking the locks and you're using your index finger to check, I'm going to look at that. I'm going to look at that. I'm going to look at that. Check, 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 check. Every night. Lock. Enjoy. Don't mind. Detest. Duty or job or responsibility. So we've gone through all these: cleaning, vacuuming, sweeping, babysitting, blah, 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 blah. Take out the garbage or take out the trash. Watering plants, making coffee. So we went through all of these, and I'll put a vocab slideshow. I can go into that more. Conversation, practicing, talking about chores around the house. And again, these are really good ones. Now, specific details from it, if you're talking about one other person, 2 other people, or 3 other people, and they'll just show how you adapt it to include other people. The videos are very clear. It's worth watching just those. And again, we come back to that same practice dialogue. And then if we needed help, we could go through this. We've already done these kind of spectrum things where you enjoy something, you don't mind, and you hate something. Right? So we're on the spectrum. Normally what we'll do is I'll collect a bunch of, over the course of that class session, a bunch of things on the board, and then ask people, where on the spectrum are you for like washing dishes? I hate washing dishes. It's the grossest thing. So anyway, then there's some mini dialogues where they're taking stuff from previous chapters, describing dogs, describing teacups, I think, or coffee cups. And they're going to be asking for a short story, a little description about each one. So the first one is, there are 3 dogs, and the woman's talking about who owns the dog and what they look like. And then describing cars, one person describing their car and their partner's car. And the last is coffee cups, and a little history about the coffee cups. So now you're noticing how each story is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. That's what you have to do. Is don't give me one-sign answers. Start practicing on giving full information about things. My motto in this class is be interesting. One-word answers are not interesting. One-word answers tell people you don't want to talk to them. But if you want to show your skill in ASL so you get a good grade, start talking more. Start telling more information. Give more information than people want. If you've been coached by a lawyer to never give away anything else besides the simplest answer to the question, don't apply it here. Okay. So, quick repeat of the vocab. And again, unfortunately, I can't cut and paste these videos very easily. So that's this. Again, I said all of Unit 5 are these short little things as we take, here's stuff from previous chapter, here's stuff from previous chapter, jam them together and show them. So it really is more about practice. How do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice, man, practice.